Take a look at this channel, Nick Invest. It has 177,000 subscribers, 268 videos. Posts videos every single day, and the videos that it posts are entirely created by AI. Is image, zoom in, zoom out effect, voiceovers. A similar channel there is this Alicia Invest. So basically, this channel also posts financial related videos entirely on finance needs. And the videos are also created by AI. AI generated image, AI generated voiceovers. There are some edits, zoom in, zoom out, and everything. So all of these, there are different other channels of same kind that are creating and posting videos like this and has generated thousands of subscribers and thousands of dollars. So I decided to create a similar channel of mine just to test out. So I already write blogs. I wanted to convert those blogs into videos. That's why I created this channel, Marcus Decodes. And I created videos using AI and posted it. I've only posted 11 videos, already got 381 subscribers. The best thing is this channel, these videos are entirely AI generated. Let me show you one of the video.
Imagine spending 20 years mastering chess, only to get destroyed by a phone app before finishing your morning coffee. That moment wasn't really about chess. It was humanity catching its first glimpse of replacement. Most people still believe artificial intelligence mainly threatens factory workers and repetitively.
So even though this video is AI generated, all of the video production pipeline is all automated. I just input my blog and it generates the full video and then I upload it all on autopilot. And this is the exact automation that does that. It writes a script, as the voiceover, generates images, attaches a voiceover and images, creates a videos, and sends me an entirely ready video. So I've created this automation in two separate systems. So this is the first system that generates all the assets needed to generate the video, and then the second system that generates the entire video, compiles them. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through each step on how the video is created. So I did not automate the entire pipeline just because I need human view, approval, judgment, and everything. Because creating everything on autopilot and posting on autopilot is not going to get any views, not going to do the job. We need a human judgment in order to select out if that is good or bad, and basically do that. So I created a project inside ChatGPT. If you don't know how to create project, I have another videos that you can check out. The name of the project is Marcus Decodes. So what this does is I've added a source. So I basically prompted it in order to write me a high retention YouTube script based on my blog. I copied the blog, I pasted it over here, and this is going to write me an entire script, high retention script. So this is how it works. Let me show you one of the example. So I copied my own written blog article and I pasted it over here, and based on that blog it wrote an entire script. This is the script that it wrote, and it divides each of those scripts into scenes. This is a high retention script. Basically it generates a script in tabular format, and I just copy that and paste it into a clean Google Sheet like this. So this is the script written by ChatGPT, and I've prompted it to write me a high retention script based on pattern interrupts, open loops, retention psychology, and what keeps viewers hooked in. And once I paste it on Google Sheet, then the automation starts. So I'm going to show you an example of the automation that ran on previous dates. So the trigger is manual. I just copy and paste it on the Google Sheet and then trigger it manually. So once that happens, it pulls out all of those Google Sheet. This is the scene, this is a script that I just pasted on Google Sheet, and pulls out all from the Google Sheet. Then I have an AI agent that reads the entire script, and I've prompted it as an AI visual generator. So I've given it a bunch of rules. So the job of this AI agent is to write a prompt in order to generate an image that matches the scene. And then it writes the prompt in order to generate the image. The character is standing in the center to thoughtful expressions. So I've given it a prompt template. The character is, because I will be uploading an image of a character, and it will be taking that image and converting it into different formats, different forms, visually representing each scenes. So this is the output format, and this is the scene. Based on this scene, it's going to write a, and I have the image prompt ready for all of those scenes, all the 72 scenes, 73 scenes actually. And then after the scene is written, I've added a loop over items. Now it's time to start generating audio for each of those scenes. So I've connected my 11 Labs account. I've created a separate voice inside 11 Labs that matches these kind of videos and connected it via API. You can go to 11 Labs, connect it, get the API key, connect it here. I'm not going to show you each and every step to connect these, because if I do that, the video is going to be more than 2 hours long. So just connect your 11 Labs account and the text. This is the text that we have. I input the scenes that needs to be voiceovered. Basically, it's the one that it pulled out from Google Sheet. Now, once it does that, it starts generating an audio. Then I added a wait node so that it waits a couple of seconds so that we don't send everything at 11 Lab at once. Wait 10 seconds, the voice is generated, upload it in Google Drive so that I could get a public URL. This is the URL that we need. And then that URL is saved on Google Sheet. Exactly here. This is the audio URL that's saved on the Google Sheet. Each of these are all generated on Autopilot and saved on Google Sheet while I sip my coffee. Now, once we have the audio URL, it's time to start generating image. In order to generate image, we're going to generate image one by one as we did with the audios. So I've added an HTTP node over here. I've used Kai AI, gathered the Kai AI API key from their website. It's an API marketplace. You can find API keys for all of the video generation, image generation model out there. So I've used Kai AI and I've used Nano Banana 2 as my image generation model. So this is basically what you get from the Kai AI. And this link, I've added this link. This link is the image. Let me show you the image. So I've uploaded this image, and now the automation is going to take this image, take the prompt, and create an image based on this image so that all of those images will have this same character. And here, once this runs, it starts generating image. We wait a couple of minutes, 2 minutes, so that the image is generated. I've added a if node. If the image is generated, if the state is success, then only pass on. If the state is not success yet, then it will loop back and waits until the image is generated. Once the image has been generated, added a HTTP node so that it pulls out the image information, image URL that we need, and once it does, it saves again on a Google Sheet right here. This is the image URL. So we save the audio URL and the image URL all on the Google Sheet. Now that is basically what the first part of the automation does. So last time I ran this part of the automation, it took me about 1.5 hours in order to get everything done. Once everything is done, it all saved on the Google Sheet like this. And once everything is saved, you have the audio URL, you have the image URL, then we run the second part of the automation. And that is also to be done manually so that we could check each and every step. So basically what we are doing here is instead of creating images for each and every scene and saving them, we're basically automating that. We have a script, it generates a voiceover, it writes a prompt for the image, it generates the image and saves it on a Google Sheet, all on Autopilot. Then it's time for the second part of the automation. Let me show you how that works. So first of all, we get the rows from the sheet that we saved everything on. We need to pull this out because we are now compiling the audio and the image to create 70 separate videos, and then again go and stitch it on. So we basically get the rows in the sheet, and I've added a code node over here just because you could see here the URL provided by the automation looks like this, but we don't need this part at all. The only thing that we need is this. And in order to clean this URL up, I added the code node. So once that happens, you can see right here. Once we get the URL, then it's time to start merging that audio and video. So in order to merge the audio and video, I've used Fal AI. But before we merge, what we need to do is we need to pull out the duration, the length of the audio. So that's why I've used Fal AI, added the metadata endpoint, and basically provided the audio URL. So what this does is once this is run, I've added a wait node so that it pulls out all the information that's needed. I've added 5 minutes because there are like 73 URLs that the Fal AI must go through, and then pull out metadata for each of those URL. That's why I added 5 minutes. If it's just one, maybe 5 seconds is more than enough. Just because there are 73 audio URLs, I've added 5 minutes. Now after we do that, we pull out the metadata. So this is exactly what we need, because the audio duration must match the duration the image is shown on the screen. That's why we need the timestamp of the audio. So it pulls out duration for each of those audio. You can see right here. So the first audio is 8 seconds, the second audio is 9.2 seconds, the third is 7.6 seconds. We need this. That's why we pull out the metadata. Now once we know how long the audio is, we're going to create the video accordingly. So in order to create video, I've used Sort Stack. You could use Fail AI and compose them as well, but I found Sort Stack way easier and does not result in a lot of errors. It runs smoothly. It might cost a little bit more than Fail AI, but because of its smooth running, I basically use Sort Stack. So what this does is go open your account, get the API key, basically same as connected with Anyden, and get the HTTP request on. So what we are doing here is we're providing it the image URL and the audio URL. So what we're doing here is we're merging the audio and the image. So we provide the image URL, we provide the audio URL, and we provide the duration. This is what we got from the metadata. Now basically how we code it, you could grab this entire code from the sort stack itself. You don't have to write this anything else. You don't have to write this at all. You just grab it from the sort stack docs. Now what we're doing is we're providing the soundtrack source. The source is the audio URL that we have, and then we're providing it the clip. Clip is the image that we have. Now one more thing that I did over here is a zoom in effect. You can see it right here. Let me play a video.
Most people think they control their mind.
You see how the zoom in effect is on.
When their body is exhausted, but their thoughts
So
refuse
instead
to
of being a
stop
static
attacking them.
image,
Your mind can
it
create
creates
ambition,
a
confidence,
movement.
peace, and clarity, but
That's basically what I'm doing here as effect. So instead of having a static image, we have a movement that makes it seem like it's a video. That's pretty much it. We're giving it audio URL, we're giving it image URL, we're merging it together, we're giving it time, how long the image should be displayed, and we're adding in zoom in effect to make it a video instead of static image. And once that is done, we wait a couple of minutes. I've added 20 seconds. Usually merging does not take a long time, so 20 seconds, everything will be ready. Once that's ready, what we're going to do is we're going to pull out each of those videos. We generated 73 separate videos, merging audios and images and adding zoom in effects. Now we add this HTTP node in order to pull out. This is the URL used, pull out the video. This is the URL of the video that we get. Now once we get the URL, let's save it on a Google Sheet so that we don't lose it right here. So we save the video URL. So we have 73 videos, short videos, some 8 seconds, some 9 seconds, some 7 seconds, all of those saved over here. Now after the video URL is saved on the Google Sheet, it's time to stitch all of those video together. Now I've added a code node. Let me show you what it does here. So basically I have 73 items coming in. So in this case there's 80 items. So I have basically 80 items coming in, but in order to stitch those, I have to create an array of all of those 80 items and convert it into one single item. I have 80 items coming in, but I've converted it into one single item, making an array of all those. This is basically what this code node is doing over here. You can take a look at this. So first video, second video, third video, fourth video, and so on and so forth. So we have all the video URLs as a single array so that we could start stitching them. Now after that is done, we're gonna be using Fail AI Compose in order to compose all of these videos and make a one single video. To do that, this is the input that I'm giving, and you can get this format directly from Fail AI Compose section. So basically what we're doing here over here is, so we're giving it the first URL and we're saying the timestamp starts at 0 and the duration is 8.07. This comes from the metadata that we pulled out on the earlier node, and we're giving it second video. So second video starts from 8.07183 seconds, the same as this one, and the duration is 9.27. This is what we pulled out from the metadata. And we're giving it third video, we're giving it fourth video. We're basically telling this in order to stitch all of those videos, and we're also giving it a timeline. The first video starts at 0 and ends at 8. The second video starts at 8 and ends at 17. The third video starts at 17 and ends at, I don't know, maybe 25. Goes on like that. So we're basically doing that. And I pulled this out from the code node as well. Now once we run this node, we gotta wait a couple of minutes before the video is stitched. I've added 8 minutes. So after 8 minutes, the video gets ready, and this HTTP node pulls out the video. uh, Let me show you another example right here. Right here. So this is the URL of the full ready video. So just copy this, we download the video, go through it, check it, add caption, add music, and then upload directly on YouTube. Even the uploading part could be automated. I could add in a potato node over here and upload it directly, but I would like to check the video first, add in some background music, and make some edits if there's need to be edited, and add some captions and everything, and then only upload on YouTube. And this is what the video
Could
exactly
also
looks like.
quietly turn your life into a prison without you realizing it. And the terrifying part is most people never notice it happening because stress
So one video that I posted
underestimating what's happening. Doctors, lawyers, programmers, designers.
So basically, I created this channel, to test out things, and I've already got 381 subscribers with 11 videos, all on autopilot. I didn't have to make any of those videos. All I had to do was input my blog in the ChatGPT assistant. It wrote down me the script. I pasted the script in the Google Sheet, ran the first automation. It created audio script. It created image, saved it on Google Sheet. I ran the second part of the automation. It created single videos for each of those scenes, and then stitched all of those scenes together, created a video, and gave me a URL. Basically, downloaded it, take a look at it, spend like 5 to 10 minutes editing, adding caption, adding music, and then uploaded it. So this is how you run a YouTube channel on autopilot. All the videos created on autopilot, just basic human touches, maybe spend 30 minutes generating thumbnails, ideas, and everything, and video is set. So this is not just for content creators, this is entirely usable for businesses that are trying to build brands on social media channels. Using this automation, businesses could build an educational videos with different subject, different topics, without the manual effort. If you're a business and you want help with any kind of content automation, I'll leave my email below. Make sure you reach out to me. And also, I have a school community where I teach how to create contents and automate the content funnel like this. If you want to learn how to do that, make sure you join the school community. I'll leave the link in the description below. So yeah, that's it for today. I'll be back with another video next time. Thank you for watching, and make sure you hit that subscribe button if you found this useful.